everyone, welcome back to the Champagne Room. I'm Renee, and on this channel I talk about wellness, lifestyle, and travel. And today I'm doing a 1-month update on my BBL. So I'm going to give you a rundown of how I've been feeling week by week and how I'm feeling today. Okay, so the first week I stayed in Miami. My surgery was May 25th, and throughout that week my mom was with me. I would say the pain was not bad. I would say it's on a scale of from 1 to 10. My pain was about a 2, a 3, and I pretty much managed it very well with my pain medicine and with Tylenol. I didn't even finish on my pain medicine because I just felt soreness. It wasn't like pain, it just felt very sore and stiff. So my back was very, very, very stiff. To this day, my back still kind of hurts. And your stomach, like my stomach felt like swollen, kind of felt like jello. But for the first week, I would have to like push myself out of bed, like literally use my arms and like push myself out of bed. And the hardest part about that was like when I would try to get out of bed, trying to stand up straight, my back again was hurting. So that was a bit of a struggle the first week. I was in Miami. I would say I bled for 2 days, about 2 days. I got massages starting my first day after surgery. And it didn't hurt that bad. The massages in Miami didn't hurt bad. They use an ultrasound machine to smoothen and soften up the skin. So when they do the massage, it basically relaxes your muscles and skin and whatever. So that wasn't bad. When they drained the fluid and pushed the fluid out, that was a little rough. So the massages, I would say in Miami were about a 6. They didn't hurt that bad. But also I didn't have that much fluid to drain. So I was draining, I would say up until my last 2 massages, I stopped draining, but I was draining, but my incisions were closing quickly. Like my incisions were closing like day 2, day 3. I would say day 5, day 4-ish, I got some CBD oil and some edibles. And when I say that's a game changer, it's a game changer. Like eating the edibles, I started to feel less stiff, less sore. Like I was able to move my limbs. I was able to move my legs. Like it made a big difference. And I was able to sleep better. You will not get that much sleep when it comes to post-op. Like I felt like I was taking naps. I never slept throughout the whole night, especially the first week. I didn't sleep throughout the whole night. I wake up around 3, 4 o'clock. Your body's just uncomfortable. So finding a easy position to sleep in is very, very hard. So flying back, I did sit on my BBL pillow. I live in New York, so I flew from Miami to New York, which is about a 2-hour flight, or 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's probably 2.5 hours to Miami. And I probably walked about once, but to be honest, I sat on that BBL pillow and pretty much slept the whole plane ride. Get wheelchair assistance. I was able to cut the line in TSA. I was able to sit in the wheelchair. They patted me down a little bit. They knew I had surgery, like it's obvious. So boom, get home, week 2. Week 2 was not bad. I just didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like getting up. I started ordering Uber Eats like crazy because I didn't feel like cooking. And I started getting my massages in New York. The massages was different. On a scale of 1 to 10, my massage in New York was a 9 or a 10. It was awful. Like, week 2, you're still bruising, you're still swollen, and your stomach just feels like it's detached from your body. Like, your stomach just feels like jello. You could barely feel it. But if somebody's applying pressure, you're going to feel it, okay? Do your research, especially if you're in New York. Finding a massage therapist in New York is very hard. And I don't think I did enough research because, again, it did not end well with my masseuse. And I'm going to blast her, but we still in a dispute right now. So once it's settled, I'm going to give y'all the tea. During week 2, I still was using my CBD oils. I was still doing edibles. I was feeling great. I was still sleeping a lot, but not consistently. Like you're still not getting comfortable sleep. Like I wasn't sleeping throughout the night. I was knocking out super early, waking up super early, waking up in the middle of the night, still swollen. So I wasn't getting attached to my body, meaning like how it looked, I didn't particularly like it because I felt like my hips were too big. I was still swollen. So I wasn't getting too attached, like, oh my gosh, I love my body. I was just thinking like, you know what, this is not my final form. I don't even like it right now, so I wasn't too sold yet. I'm not gonna lie, I started sitting on my butt week 2. Not like, not for a long period of time, but like for car rides or whatever, I started sitting down. At the end of week 2, I went out to like a party. I did not drink, but I did want to sit because, like people are sitting. Just watching people sit and knowing you can't sit is tough. Like you want to sit. So I will say that was hard. My ab board, I had to take it out because it was a little too tight and I just wanted to be comfortable. So once I took my ab board out, I was way more comfortable at the party. I eventually left, I would say, before it ended, just because I was tired of standing on my feet. Like, it was time to go. And on the Uber ride home, I laid on my stomach. Week 3, I would say a lot of the swelling was pretty much down. Most of the swelling was down. Didn't have any more bruising. My stomach was starting to feel normal, but it had lumps. I will say that my massage therapist was kind of working on. Yeah, so my stomach was feeling better, but it wasn't 100% back to normal. By week 3, I started doing my massages daily, like my own massages, twice a day, honestly, like an hour each. Juneteenth was week 3, so I went out. This time, I drank a little bit because my friends were being haters. They keep treating me like I'm glass, and they wouldn't let me drink. Because I did read some people get swollen when they drink, and they're like, oh, don't drink if you're gonna get swollen, da 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 da, whatever. They're concerned. All your friends and your family, they're concerned about you, but they definitely treat you like you're disabled. So that's kind of the downside. So I did drink a little bit of champagne on Juneteenth and maybe like 1 drink. I didn't get drunk or nothing like that. But again, like I had my faja on, it was kind of hot, like I was able to camouflage my faja, but it was hard to be comfortable at certain times just because, like, the faja could be, it's compressing you, It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. So you're out and about trying to, like, be normal, but, underneath your clothes is not totally normal. So I feel like that was just, I still had a great time on Juneteenth. Turned up. Week 3, week 4, I started to feel myself because now I'm starting to get attacked to my body. Like the swelling was going down, the hips not looking too crazy, the butt nice and right. Like, ooh, 3 and 4, love week 4 because I'm closer to week 6, right? And I'm starting to sit more and more. I'm sitting up. I'm starting to feel like, okay, I'm getting back to normal. Week 4, I was starting to feel like, okay, this ain't too bad, but I was sick of the faja. Sick of the faja. Like, I couldn't wait to be to week 6 where I could just wear the faja half a day, because wearing the faja nonstop is death. Week 5, okay. So week 5, I flew out of town and I went to Atlanta because one of my close friends were getting engaged. Let me tell you what happened to me in JFK. Let me tell y'all what happened to me in JFK. So in JFK, going through TSA, got my ab boards in, got my faja on, whatever, right? It's obvious I'm wearing a faja. It's not a secret, right? So I go through the machine. The lady pats me down. She asked me if I'm wearing a faja. I say, yeah, I'm wearing a faja, and I'm wearing a ab board. She goes, oh, we're going to need to go to the private room. This lady made me strip search. This lady strip searched me because I had an ab board in. So I'm like, okay. I'm like unbuttoning up the faja and I'm showing her like, look, there's nothing in here. She's like, no, you got to take it all off. Are you serious? Come on. This is not y'all first rodeo. That was just so annoying. I wasn't running late for my plane or anything, but it's like, who wants to go through that? Like, I don't want to be strip searched. Moral of the story, I guess when you first flying out of Miami, they're so used to it, they won't strip search you. But if you're flying after you get your BBL, don't wear your ab board, especially if you're going to JFK. Just put your ab board in after the plane. After TSA if you really want it in that bad. Fast forward to the engagement. I did not wear my faja that night. So I would say I was probably out of my faja for like maybe 6 hours. And this is before I was officially week 6, but I was only a few days from week 6, so I was like, it's not a big deal. So I didn't wear my faja and I felt okay. Only thing I felt was somebody like hugged me really, really tight, and I felt it. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel it. when somebody hugs you really tight, the sides kind of hurt. So that was about it. I did get drunk for the first time and it was fun. Like, I got drunk, I did not get swollen. It was a good time. So that lets me know I could drink without worry about swelling up. Like, I drank, I was good, I was lit, it was fun. Like, week 5 was litty, okay? I'm starting to feel much like myself again. I'm officially week 6 now. And I definitely been taking the faja off, you know, now I'm allowed to. I've been taking it off. I still wear it every day, but not as long. And when I'm not wearing it, I try to wear my ab board and my Sweet Sweat waist trimmer so that I'm still having some kind of compression. That's pretty much how I'm doing right now. Overall, I'm feeling great today. My stomach, you know, I feel like it's kind of back to normal. I don't really have as much lumps anymore. I found a new massage person that I have to start going to. I'm going to get my massages every other week, once every other week. I do daily massages. My stomach is pretty much flat, but I know when I compress even more, that's when I see it the flattest. So I'm 6 weeks post-op, and I'm wearing the swimsuit so you guys can get a full picture, a full look at the body, okay? Right now, I'm not sucking in my stomach. This is how it looks. And I'm happy with my results. So I look like this from the side. I'll do a quick turn. And yeah, I think this is great. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. I do want to work out to get my stomach tighter. I mean, I don't have loose skin, but you know, it's a little jiggle. And if I, you know, don't keep up eating healthy, I'm gonna get the stomach back. And I feel like I can't go back. Now that I know how I look, I literally can't go back. So I'm excited to be working out. And a lot of people ask me if I got added extra hips, like if I got hips done. No, this is how I looked before. I already had these hips. To be honest with you, from the front, I pretty much look the same. It's really from the back where there's a big difference. I mean, obviously I have no stomach now, but like as far as the bottom, I look the same, honestly. My bottom the hips was already there. I did ask for my hip dips to be filled in, and he did do that. I would say they're dipping a little bit again, but I don't mind that because I feel like, you know, hip dips are natural. It gives it a more natural look. And I think, like, to be honest, I pretty much look natural. Like, I don't look like that BBL look, but I am going through some body dysmorphia. So, to be honest with you, I feel like my butt is shrinking, but it's not because I measured it and it has not shrunk. But in my eyes, I'm just like, I want more. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, I feel like it could be bigger. Like, it's bigger than before, but I feel like it could be bigger than this. But maybe I'm just being greedy and my mind is just playing tricks on me. So that's my one critique. But overall, I'm very, very happy with this. No regrets. I will do this again. I will say this is a recovery journey. So if anyone's considering a BBL, just keep in mind how you look off the table. It's not your final form. I'm 6 weeks and this is probably not even my final form. Somebody recommend to wear a waist trainer to train my waist. To be honest, I like my waist how it is. It's pretty snatched. Before surgery, I was 138 pounds, 5'4". I'm still 138 pounds, still 5'4". My waist was a 28. Now it's a 27. Only went down an inch. But again, I already had a small waist, so not mad at it. My hips was a 38 and now it's a 40 and a half. So 2.5 inches. That's why I'm like, you know, maybe could be a little more. I see why people go for round 2s because you feel like you get used to what you have and then you want more, you want more, you want more. I will not be going for a round 2. I'm very happy with my results. But you know, I understand. You know, I get it. This surgery and recovery journey takes a toll on your mental state. You go through it a little bit. And it's understandable. I don't have any like lumps to really work out. So I'll say 2 weeks ago, I did have lumps. I was nervous. Those lumps, you know, if you have a good massage therapist, they will go away. They're going to massage them. They're going to work it out. I was nervous, like, oh my gosh, I got lumps here, lumps there. The lumps are gone. I'm totally happy that I'm no longer wearing my faja 24/7. I only wear it at night to sleep because when you go out in the day, you don't want to wear your faja out. It's the summertime right now. Like wearing my faja in the daytime, having to camouflage it, too much work. I'd rather just wear it to sleep. Let me show you my scars and show you, what's going on, especially because I don't think enough people talk about like keloid skin and surgery and how it looks, because that was my concern. So this one is flat, not bad at all. This one is also flat. Just, just a little dark, but let me show you. I use this. It's a small tube, which is annoying because it works. It works, but like you gotta keep buying it. This is my second one and it's almost done, and I'm how many weeks? So yeah. This came from my ab board. It was pressing up against my skin too much. So the skin on your stomach, your pores start to like open up and look huge with all the compression. It just needs to breathe, I guess. So it started to scab and whatever, but it's looking much better. I put Vaseline, my massage therapist massages it, I massage it. It's actually looking a whole lot better. Back to the incisions. This is this. It's pretty much flat. I mean, it's like a little bit raised, but not on the surface. I feel like it looks worse in the camera than it does in real life. This one, I would say keloid the most. You see that little bump there, but it was longer. It's like shrinking. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Here's this one. And again, like this is up close. So that's why I'm not mad at these, because from afar, you really can't see nothing. You can't tell anything. This one is raised a little bit, but not too bad. This one is very tiny. You can barely see it. Barely see it. It looks like a stretch mark. The other one, same way. Like you could barely see it. Like these are my stretch marks over here, and it kind of looks like another stretch mark. The one at the top of my butt, I'm not gonna show you, but I will say it was raised at a point and now it's flattening out, which I'm happy with. The middle of my back, let me see if I can get close. I can't really see. Very small. It's keloid a little bit, but not that bad. The ones up here are the worst ones. When you have keloid skin and you get stitches, it's gonna leave like a scar. This one, not that bad. So to me, I honestly feel like the scars are not that bad. I'm a woman that scars easily, keloids, and this is doable. Like I wear my hair long, unless you're in my business, who's really gonna notice? And obviously, if you got a BBL, you're gonna have scars. Like, it's part of the process. And I think they're only gonna get better. Be on the lookout because I'm gonna do a Zara haul with my new body. And I also got a video coming out where I wore my clothes before my surgery and after my surgery. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like, share, comment. If you have any questions, you can DM me or you can leave questions in the comment box below.